work, and suddenly it was upset to me that no, maybe it can affect my health and my life,
ये तो
and
है.
almost I became a sort of a psychic, that every day I'll go and check my hemoglobin, Then one day Pakistan, Mr. Parke told me to go, come with him to his uh, Songar factory. I went with him with my wife, then stayed and then I saw him at the place to attend and all that. And then when I came back, we went to Shivpuri with my father. My father was a sort of a staunch follower of Warkari, that is, that Pandapur used to walk on foot and all. My grandfather also was the same, they used to walk on foot to Pandapur, and beyond that, he did not worship any god or did not do any other ritual. So I told him about Agnihotra. Anyway, and then when we went, he told me himself, my father, which I also talked somewhere else also, that when he had a doubt in mind, should I start Agnihotra or not, he fell at the feet of Maharashi and looked at him, and he saw Maharashi as a Dhaneshwar, with a turban and that, all his look. So he thought he may be having some sort of imagination. So again, he touched the Maharashtri's feet, again looked up, and the same thing he saw. And he was that time smiling. So all doubts were cleared. And then he asked Maharashtra for blessing you to start Agnihotra. Me and my father started somewhere in 1878. And then I was sort of it so happened that I came closer to Mr. Parke. That time was a big industrialist, ministers to wait for him outside his house. Then, but whenever I went, I used to go to him directly and he would only talk about Agnihotra and Maharashi. So my education about Maharashi was Mr. Babu Patil. And he gave me all information about Maharashi, about Agnihotra, and he would read whatever he had written. And I didn't understand much of it, but it was sounding nice to me, and slowly, gradually, I was attracted and went deeper. And whenever I traveled with him quite a lot, and whenever he went to Akkalkot, I traveled with him. And is this Maharashi? Then what happened? I had to come to Ambala, I pushed to Ambala from Pune. I felt I may not be, it was a loss to me. I'm going away from Maharashi. But then I was told that is an opportunity you can start Prachar, you can start telling people. And that's how we started the propagation. It went off very well. And slowly, gradually, the first talk, incidentally, about Agnihotra I gave was when I went to Khopoli with Mr. Baura Parke. We were having lunch. And during the lunch, he told me, Doctor, Colonel, he said, you talk to our workers about Agnihotra. I was very new. I didn't know much about Agnihotra. So after lunch, I went to the library, brushed my knowledge about Agnihotra, and I gave a first talk to these people. It was very nice, well received. That gave me confidence. And then later on, we were supposed to, then we could do some scientific research and all this short story. But more than that is two incidents I will tell, which can be sort of a, one is my confidence from the disease he gave me, and I forgot that I had some serious disease in my life. Second thing was, he came to my village. It was a submerged in the water because of the project. And a new house, we had made a makeshift arrangement of a bathroom by putting some, what do you call it, tiles. Malaysia came, he took his bath before he could have a lunch. And on that the tiles, there was a footprints of Maharashtra. It was a village, and people thought that they started running and all and saying, so I put those tiles somewhere in the Usmanabad, my mother-in-law. And that one I felt very bad that Maharashtra gave me padukas, and I didn't preserve them very well. Those are tiles. Then one day we went to Akkalkot. They should normally start going there. So I asked I said, because I had operated her eye. And that is also a very big story, I can tell you. You know, what happened, she had a very painful eye and it was difficult surgery. And I was chosen to do that. She used to be very particular. Even giving injection, you'll ask 1,000 questions, who is the doctor, why is he giving, what is his experience and all. But I would say it's a grace that he chose me. I was not very popular at that time, very young one, as a major, in fact. And I went to him, I gave a date. He asked me, I gave a date. I said, sir, Maharashtra, I'll do this operation this date. So they came, and I was a little worried because her blood picture was not very good. Then Prakash Parke was with me. He told me, Maharashtra is always, before we started to hospital, she has told that please check up the blood picture before you operate. And it is not good, we will not operate now. I came and told this to Shri. Then he gave me a date. I'll come on this day, we'll come on this day. He never said I. We'll come on this day, and you can operate next day. And that time, it was so wonderful that her whole blood pressure, everything was normal. Before surgery, it was arranged in front of park in the
चित्रा
house in a
चित्रा
hospital.
हळू
And
हळू बोला.
I went prostrated before she had told, Marathi I tell you because that's proper words. I said, माझी हिम्मत नाही ऑपरेशन करायची. आपणच करावं. I said, I'm not that, I don't have that much powers to operate her. You do it. And he blessed and gave me blessings. And that surgery went very beautifully well. So I used to have some rapport with, I could talk to Isaac. So we asked her, can we get Paduka? He said, no, go and ask Maharashi. Then we asked Pradnath. Pradnath said, no, you ask Maharashi. So we went inside and just I opened my mouth. Maharashi said, yes, yes. And he blessed and he called me. That is the first time my whole family was with me, my son, my daughter, my wife, and me. He called all of us. We went there, prostrated before him. Then he took those padukas. He put his lotus feet on those padukas, lifted them, the padukas, and put on her head, and gave to my wife. Sorry, And we felt a little emotional, with tears in eyes. So he gave assurance. आम्ही तुमच्या जवळच आहो बरं. That means he said, I'm closer to you. He said twice. Before that, once Mr. Parke told me that go and ask Maharashi something. I went there, I did not have courage to ask. I just went, prostrated before him and came out. So again, Parke told me, go inside. When I went and I just told him, I couldn't think of anything. I said, I want to please grace me. You remember your treat always in my life. So he is very happy. The same thing will happen to you, no problem. No, he told twice. So this is the assurance I got from Sri. He is closer to my family. And maybe I have time and again to experience that. And regarding Agnihotra, I could travel, I could talk in army, wherever I went, with Anna, with Gaikwad, with Purushottam Jaju. A lot of people we attended, a lot of conferences we had. And these are pleasant experiences, many experiences we had. One experience, there are so many. I will just not during the question answers we'll talk. Anything, if you have any questions, you please ask. Hello? Abhijit, is there?
Yeah, we're all here.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
Abhijit, you're on mute.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for that. So one question would be for people who are not familiar with Agnihotra. Like when we talk to people, we talk to a lot of people who believe in something else. They listen to what we are saying, but we want to tell them that you don't have to change what you are, who you are praying to right now. Just do Agnihotra as something additional. So how would you say we approach somebody like that, like when you do prachar?
I'll tell you my experience. Whenever I know it's very difficult. Suddenly you go tell somebody that start Agnihotra. People may accept, may not accept. So what I should do, I used to say that you may belong to any faith, you may belong to any sort of a religious order. Whatever you do, all religious order dictates or tells to get purified before you pray. And purification is two types. One, external purification of the body, and secondly, internal purification of the mind. And then only you are ready to pray. And the prayer says, no, I accept. And what we call anointing procedure, what we call purification procedure. And for that, normally we take bath or wash our feet and all, wash our hands and do. But for internal thing, Agnihotra is a sort of a process which cleanses your internal thing, and you can pray your own God. That's one thing. Secondly, what I don't directly come to Agnihotra. I say that because one day I was, I think that was the last day or 6th of December, before Maharash's this what do you call it? Before he. So I went visit to Guru Mandir. There's not very many people there. Myself, Pranlal, and this one Kulkarni. So this Kulkarni is a senior person. So he was talking with Mr. Kulkarni something. So I just they called me inside. And then I was talking about some experiments. So he said yes. He knew that I had been doing Agnihotra. He knew that I had been talking about Agnihotra. Still, he told me that there are many methods of calculating sunrise and sunset. But as far as the people, for us, he said, for us doing Agnihotra, we should follow the one given by Klaus. That means Klaus has just got one a method from a computer. And that method was, he also said that now it is available, only Gotoji knows. It's called Shikaji as Gotoji, Shikaji Maharaj. And he said he knows that later on you can have, the splitter will come and you can get timing of any place you want in the world. But you should follow that type. Second, he told me that fire should be of Gomai, that is cow dung cakes. A little Marathi, Gomayacha's Agni. Thousands in a time. It was in minutes. And the third thing he told was, दोनच आहुती एकही नाही तीन. That means we should offer only 2 ahutis, not 3, not 1. In nutshell, on 6th of December, he told me Agnihotra what it is. Then, we are going to a lot of, because in the course of time, people ask me why not be accurate in seconds and all. I read a lot of literature. Because she won't tell anything which is not possible for people to follow. I read in literature that sunrise sunset time, if you want to calculate, you can go nearest to minute. Because there can be error. Because it all depends upon the sun is a disk. Some method is first limb of the sun appears on the horizon, we call sunrise. Then some people, last limb coming we call sunrise. And the third method is the half of the disk is out, we call sunrise. So Agnihotra, that half of the disk we calculate or take it. Secondly, the sunrise sunset depends on various other factors like weather. And there's a normal variation of 20 to 30 seconds is the normal variation. Even if you want to be accurate by seconds, the normal variation because of the temperature, currents, radiation, there's so many factors are there. So you cannot be at the second level, you can't go. So that's why probably a minute has been given. So that is one thing. Then, of course, there is no other Gomai Agni and all. We all follow that. That's not a big issue. That is one thing told to me. So there's a thing. Abhijit, you asked me something else. What was that?
It was like ते महाराज म्हटले ना बोट दाखवून सांगता येतं.
Sorry, I digress. Then I normally don't go to with Agnihotra. I say there is another thing Maharashtra told me was that he said that there are many if you can there whatever book of any religion you take in the world, whatever book of any religion you take in the world, you can pinpoint with your fingers and found out that Yajna Dan Tapa Karma Swasthya has been told. And believe me, that whenever I have been, I read it, went to a lot of para-religious literature and all, or you can say pan-religious literature, I could find references of these in all the established religions of the world. That it has been told to do yajna, that is fire. Dan is there, nobody is saying don't give dan. Nobody is saying that don't you share the assets. Then third is tapa, meditation. There are different names. So this is very important, so I go with that, my footpath. I say people that look for your prosperity and for spiritual growth, which is also required to match the prosperity. Prosperity will not stay. But prosperity should be matched with spiritual growth, then only you can enjoy it better. And that's the reason you have to follow these 5 basic principles given by Almighty. You can call it, you can do by primordial power, you can do any name you can use it. And these 5 principles you can find in all literatures of the world. Maybe they're named differently, maybe done differently, they're there. So I go with that. And start with first with Dan. I said you should give Dan, or you should share with the people who need it. Nobody has obligation. Second, we say tapa. And they say we say 3 types of tapa we should do. One is the body tapa. That is the austerities we do. We get up in the morning. We take all those things. You control your mind. Now it will say, when I say that my hand, my tongue, my sort of a mouth, do I have control on that? No. So you have to reach a stage when I control my hand, I must know that my hand should not do things which I am not supposed to do. I should not see things which I am not supposed to see. So that stage comes when doing tapachya. And third, that body tapa, mind tapa, and the third comes intellect. You also do the constraint of intellect also, because sometimes intellect raises doubts in mind, and that also creates an ego in your mind, and refuses to understand things which are very, very clear and guiding us. There are some forces guiding you. Refuse to take it because ego doesn't permit to be ordained by anybody. So these 3 things are very important constraint, and that we call tapa. Of course, all people who follow Agnihotra, they know how to start with tapa. The first thing has been in the Dharmpat also a small is one particular time, choose in a day, is convenient to you. And that time, start with only 2 minutes. Just sit down, concentrate on whatever you like best. It may be your father, it may be your Sadguru, it may be your God, it may be just a picture, it may be nothing. But try to concentrate. Initially, you'll find that your mind doesn't concentrate and you get a lot of sort of a bad thoughts, a lot of even leverage are not there, and your concentration gets to be disturbed. That we call it churning process. The dirt has to be removed from water, it needs to be churned. Slowly, gradually, you'll find that you'll get some wonderful experiences. Don't share. Keep it with you, and slowly, gradually, you'll find you don't get too much. Just 2 minutes in a chosen day. God is waiting for you. That time, that you are going to be concentrating on it. So choose any time you like. Maybe 10 o'clock in the night, or 11 o'clock in the night, or maybe 11 o'clock in the morning time, you can say, I'm sorry, I know this is my time. Just you can sit among the people, but 2 minutes, just sit quiet. We don't have to go away from them. So this is how the tapa we start, and I talk about that. Then slowly, gradually, we talk about yajnadan, tapa, karma. That is a being a good Samaritan has been said, no, you do good. Automatically when you yajnadan, your karma becomes good. And your behavior, reflects on people. People ask what you do. Always see, very happy and always see something, composed. You show it. When Agnihotra reflects others, people ask you, no, that's what it is, beauty. I experienced that many times. Then we talk about that. Then last I go, but before doing all these four, you must purify this. And the oldest method that is given to purify is fire. So this way if you go, I think people accept, many people accept.
Yeah. That sounds good because you basically we don't start off by explaining Agnihotra first. We talk about the principles, the four principles, and then go to Agnihotra, which is the medium to help you. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah. Then one of the questions that keep coming up a lot of times is about science and Agnihotra. So we sometimes tell people that you do it, you experience it, and then uh, uh, it is your experience. But when it comes to scientific, like a lot of people these days, they need scientific validation for anything you do. So, how would you go about, talking people about the science behind Agnihotra?
Unfortunately, we define science as physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, and astronomy like that. We are limiting science. The meaning of science in Sanskrit we call it Jnana. Jnana is a knowledge. Vidya is a Vishesh Jnana. There's something special in knowledge, we call it science. That can be of any denomination, can be beyond the sort of a thing. As you know, like say, I would call it, about 500 years before, people did not know many things in science. So we can't say that those people were sort of barbarians doing something. So science keeps on developing. Despite that, the one thing, despite that, what we do in Agnihotra is totally scientific. Because we are doing it in a copper pyramid. Pyramid we all know as the pyramid is fire, amet is inside. Then it has energy comes out of it. That is science people must know that is a fire, the frequency. Fire is not alone is the heat. The frequencies come out of that, particularly from the pyramid as a fire, and the timing. And this is the science of frequencies. And that's the reason sunrise, sunset. I would like you heard about this thing. Sunrise, why being asked to be done at sunrise? But it's called a Sandhika. Sandhika is a Sandhi joint of day and night. During that time, there is atmospheric change, and scientifically, the sun is farthest away from the particular point of the planet, sunrise and sunset. So there is a cosmic disturbance in the atmosphere. And to protect ourselves from this cosmic disturbance, it has been told to do Agnihotra. Because this Agnihotra vessel acts like a conducer and healing energies come out of it. That is science. Second thing, that's why and colloquially, if you see the folklore, or the folk medicine, or the traditions of the past, my grandmother would say, do not go during the sunset time outside. Because they thought that this is the evil time or something wrong will happen to you. There's nothing but they are told in a different manner, but they knew the science. They're not able to explain the exact words. Secondly, the frequencies also have changed. Ground to air frequencies and airports and all. It changes sunrise sunset. So these are very important times. In Shastras, if you talk about philosophy, philosophy or what you call religion, is known as a Sandhika is also known as a very important tirtha is known as. Meaning of tirtha doesn't mean water we drink. That can be one meaning, but basic meaning of tirtha is tarna. You can swim across. And at sunrise and sunset, whatever you call God, your Sadguru, or whatever it is, you are closer to you. That is a bridge you can walk very easily, you can reach very easily. So, tirtha is tarna, is swim, or to float. And this is a time when you have an opportunity, I would say golden opportunity to be with your primordial power, your Guru, your Sadguru, and you can cleanse yourself. That's the reason you have to ask to direct sunrise. So this way we tell people, so these are the signs, then the scientifically Then secondly, as if in a crude way you can explain what Agnihotra is science. Chemical used are from the house. One day, we went to somewhere and there is some quarrel, normal religious quarrel there. So they said, don't mention about religion, you talk only science. I said, fine. And we said, Agnihotra is in the pyramid pot. Pyramid energies are known to people. We use a cow dung because it contains organosulfones. In no other dung can excreta doesn't have the organosulfones in that. So it will be whatever comes out will not be converted into propylene and small formaldehydes which eliminate bacteria and all, even the bacteria. So I said that's the reason cow dung cake I use. Then we use some chemicals easily available at home. And these chemicals are rice and cowpea. So anything burning, putting is a science. What is it? Of course, nobody can deny that your rice is not a chemical, ghee is not a chemical. So, but there's a very crude way you are telling. But people have gone beyond that and then experiments. Yeah, in fact, we had an experiment in DRDO, that is the Army Establishment of Defense History, and there we found that it was done by William Salumurthy, who did not believe, in Agnihotra normally. Dispassionate, I would call it, or independent observations he found. And he found that Agnihotra, before Agnihotra, during Agnihotra and after Agnihotra, 15 minutes, the readings were taken of blood pressure, respiratory rate, galvanic skin resistance, EEG of the brain, and ERG of the sort of heart. All was taken, and then they did the control with ordinary fire. In ordinary fire, same instead of mantra, same words are used. What are the Usman Andaraja, Usman Baharja, something like that. And then Agnihotra was done. Same people who were there, they are also used for this control also, Agnihotra, and found that Agnihotra, everybody, there is a fall in blood pressure, there is a respiratory rate was also slowed down a little bit, galvanic skin resistance was raised, that means immunity was increased, and EEG showed the alpha activity is enhanced. What you call, everybody enjoyed a state of samadhi, tranquility of mind, despite the fact that he did not know what is being done, despite the fact that he was not involved as a faith or belief in that particular thing, despite the fact that he was just that he did not do Agnihotra, he was in the atmosphere. Imagine what could happen to people who are performing Agnihotra. Of course, Agnihotra is not for individuals, it's for the house and community. Then then there are experiments on a flora, microflora. We fall ill because of morbidity, and Dr. Saab is there, Dr. Arab is there, he would be more expert in that. And these microflora, when the bacteria increase, they are more tend to fall ill. Agnihotra reduces these bacteria, and this experiment was done in slum areas. And there they found, in a period of 2 to 3 days, the quality count dropped to almost zero. Thirdly, people can say that maybe because of heat, maybe because of the dust, that warm dust that is going into the atmosphere that must be working, and that's the reason the bacteria may be reducing. one experiment was done, half an hour, 1 hour after Agnihotra, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. They found that maximum effect was 6 to 8 hours after Agnihotra. What does it tell? It tells that it is not the physical heat or physical thing property, something coming out of this pot, Agnihotra vessel. This is responsible for reducing the bacteria, also causing the mental tranquility, and there is a reference to discipline. This reference to discipline, they say that Sayam Sayam Ganapati no Agni Prata Prata Somula Sastila. That means if you do perform Agnihotra in the evening, till morning you will have presentness of mind. This is proved by this experiment. There's so many. Now there's been experiments that we've done on farming, on asthma. People have found, many people having asthma. Asthma is triggers by 2-3 things. One, by bacterial community increase in the atmosphere. Second, by emotional sort of a outburst or emotional sort of a disturbance. And thirdly, bronchospasms. Agnihotra, when you do, it tranquilizes your mind. So that element is gone. It reduces the bacteria. That element is gone. And thirdly, it releases a bronchodilator in the atmosphere. So there's so many things. We have to analyze. See, science says, don't call something rubbish unless you experiment on it. There's a great scientist. That will never say that I don't know. There's anything which I don't know. Unless I prove that there one should not talk. Science, 100% science. There are innumerable experiments going on now under the leadership of Dr. Purushottam Rajimalema, director and President Maharaj of Shopuri. A lot of things are going on now. There's experiments going on farming, water, there's so many other things. And soon, people will think that, they'll say that don't talk about religion, this is a scientific thing. We'll have different allegations. Why you are collecting religion to this? I will going to come there.
So, yeah, basically, Agnihotra. Go ahead, please.
Because we got into that topic. So, Dr. Deshpande, I have a question which sort of bothers me always. We have energy circles forming out of Agnihotra after the Ahuti apan karto. Then, after we do the Ahuti, we know, right, that the energy circles are forming and it's forming outside. Now, typically, because we have also the religious aspect of it, we tend to, like Aarti, put our hand and, whatever, right? Like we put it on our head or on our eyes or something, right? Which we have done all the years for Aarti. I always worry, am I disturbing the vibrations of the Ahuti completion, because they're forming and really you should not disturb it. So I always wonder, is that, and every time that's a question that, should I do it? Should I not? Should I do it? So I thought,
This is a normal doubt anybody's mind. You're talking like if you're representing I would call it a general people who will have definitely this doubt. We are human beings. Mm-hmm. And in our system of knowledge also, they say this Brahma-jnana, when they say, Vedas talk about Brahma-jnana, and the first word is that say, Athato Brahma-jitnyasa. And then secondly, he said, how do you serve your guru? Pariprashnena seva. They say, you go on asking him questions and clear your doubts. So having doubts is nothing abnormal. Keeping doubts is abnormal. So what is the doubt? Why you say that whatever religious Agnihotra is not a sort of a current of water or current of air which is going to disturb by putting our hands. No. It is sort of a energy unexplained, unexplored as it today. We are not able to harness that energy. Someday will come, people will harness maybe or maybe understand more, but we are some sort of a waves. And these waves they can pass through the wall also. So they need not get disturbed when you do sort of a magnetic system, yourself by that heat or by that thing. Because traditionally, Agnihotra should not disturb you traditionally. That is what you have been doing, do it. No problem.
Okay. That makes sense.
But take it from me that you're not disturbing the routine sort of a energy is coming out of it. If they're there after 6 hours, if we are not there, nobody is disturbing, people are walking in that room and all, that means they're independent of it.
Yeah, no, I thank you. Yeah, and actually what you said just clicked, right? Because we believe that it passes through the walls and spreads through the house. So just putting our hands in there would not make that. Thank you. Thank you.
If that was so, if the spiritual energy you could arrest by your hands and all, I think you are going to start worshiping.
No, I agree. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other thing?
Dr. Kaka,
I have one question.
yeah.
So when you're doing Agnihotra, sometimes when we are learning to do it, the fire goes off, and then you have to start it again. So at that time, like I get very mentally disturbed if that happens. So how do you you have to try not to do it, but if it happens, what happens then?
I will tell you both spiritual and material sort of both ways that you understand. Spiritually, Agnihotra, why we are doing it? It is said God has made this universe. That is belief. Secondly, it doesn't require anything from you. Those pedas, padakshana, and all those things is much beyond that. It doesn't require it from you. It is our satisfaction we are giving. Okay. So he has never demanded it. How it's kept in, we don't know. But basic thing he wants 2 morsels, don't ghas pahiye. 2 morsels at sunrise, 2 morsels at sunset. So he comes like a attendees, like a guest at your doorstep. Everybody's doorstep he goes, and he asks for 2 morsels. So that's what he eats. Otherwise, when you show naivedya to him, आपण काय मराठी काय म्हणतो नैवेद्य दाखवा. Nobody says no, नैवेद्य खाऊ घाल. Nobody has said that is भोग खिला दो कोई नहीं बोलता, भोग दिखा दो बोलते, भोग चढ़ाओ बोलते हैं. So basically he only eats at sunrise, sunset, and just cow ghee and rice, that's all. 2 pinches. Restaurant we are showing to eat ourselves. If we satisfied that I had a big bhog, 56 bhog kiya, फिर 80 bhog kiya, whatever it is, So that maybe people getting satisfaction out of a spiritual sort of a kick, a different story. But the fact is, they eat only, that also they say bhog chadao. They never say khilao. Khilao kab bolte hain? How to do sunrise, sunset, Agnihotra we khilao. So this is one thing. So when we are guests come, you offered it. Mind you, are not offered it to fire. You are offered it to God Himself. So don't get disturbed that whether the fire is there or not there. You are trying to do it. It's good to have good fire, but sometimes if it's not there, just don't get disturbed. You are given it. You want to test this way. Like sometimes you have smoked, we eat some smoked vegetables. No, it tastes very well. Probably that day God wants to have smoked sort of a rice and coffee. So no problem. So Agnihotra should be done to clear doubts in the mind. You become fearless, not insolent, but any type of fear is gone. So don't, it happened to us, initially same detailed doubt it was in my mind, and I was trying to be disturbed and try to make fire again. Not required. Because smoke might disturb people, so you can fan it and let the fire come. The idea is to offer ahuti because the God is standing at the door. Concept is. And at that particular time, that's the reason we don't, after sunrise and after sunset, few minutes we don't do Agnihotra. We do exactly at that time.
Right, exactly.
It is a minute. So that's how it is. So scientifically, you put it, it will burn. It will burn, no problem. It is a slow combustion.
I have a doubt, Madan Rao. Uh, after going through, after doing Agnihotra and thinking about Almighty, thinking about our Sadguru, in spite of that, life takes its own toll, and I find many times, and I am as bad as I was earlier. I am not finding sea changes within me, my thought processes. So, is it that the conviction is falling short, or is it that something is wrong with the process that I am doing? Which many times this doubt comes to me that हे माझं पाखंड होतंय का, असं काही मला नेहमी वाटत असतं की शेवटी आपण आउटर लेवलवरती अग्निहोत्र करतोय, आपण परमेश्वराची साधना करतोय, पण मध्ये काय घडतंय हे लक्षात येत नाही. त्यामुळं आपण थोडं या बाबतीत मार्गदर्शन करावं.
More of a spiritual question. I'm not a very spiritual person, but still I'll attempt to it. There are two things that happen. Agnihotra definitely escalates your spiritual sort of a progress, which cannot be measured by you because somebody else is measuring that, yourself. You may not know him either. He's there. One day you will meet him. One day you realize that he is the one who's been guiding throughout my life. It's happened. In Maharashtra's case also, where many people, they were in Germany, sitting there, and then they realize that he is the one who's guiding. There's so many people. And even other spirituality also it happens. Secondly, spirituality tells you not to accuse yourself. There are two ways people start accusing of oneself. मैं पापी हूँ, I have done sin, and I want to come out of that sin. No, you're as pure as you're born, and I'm working a judge. I'm nobody to judge. And secondly, don't judge yourself, because you can be a bad judge. If you start judging yourself, you start judging others also. So two things that never do in spirituality. One is self-accusing, and second is judging. That's the one which upsets you. There's a beautiful book written by Mr. Manuva Mataji Poddar, Last Step. I don't know, we are not reached to that step, but it says that initially you get a lot of dreams, you get a lot of experiences, you get spiritually or bouncing and all when you walk on the path of spirituality. Then a stage comes when you start walking, what you call a stage of long stage of nothing happens. You don't even see Sadguru anywhere. And that is a stage people are scared. A lot of people, lot of people lose their balance. A lot of people come back. A lot of people don't pursue it. So don't judge. What I say that you do it. Leave it to God. Leave it to Sadguru regarding your progress. Only thing is, then secondly, don't compete. If Deshpande is sitting doing more for 10 minutes and doing a half an hour doing, I'm not doing that, or somebody else see how they have progressed. Don't do that. Don't talk. Your mind is a very complicated issue. Mind is a very complex thing, and the relation between you and your God, your Guru, which are unexplained. Let it there. You realize it, but I'm sure everybody, Agnihotra is walking towards progress, and don't judge where am I. Live it. Don't become a master of yourself. And if at all you want to compete, don't compete with others, compete with yourself.
Right.
You can see where have I faltered. Don't accuse. Have I faltered somewhere? Let me correct my path. Like who carries the rasta that should be that. But there should not be पाप पुण्याची भावना नाहीच याच्यावर.
Correct. छान सांगितलं.
Moment पाप पुण्य भावना जाता है, then you do start your progress stops. Believe when it has been told that by Almighty God, that Vedas has been said that Agnihotra will give you spiritual and material prosperity. Or this has been assured by God, assured by your Sadguru, assured by Sri. So let's have firm belief in that. you will get it. If not now, some stage of life is not destroyed. In many eyes, 100%
Yeah.
over. But
True, true.
you should have firm belief, firm faith that I am on the right path.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also want to say one more small thing. Yeah. Uh, uh, who am I to judge my own spiritual journey? If I could judge myself, then I would be a guru, not a student. So I follow that principle in life.
Good one.
Good point.
Very
That's
nice.
it.
That is
That's it.
that is true.
I would like to tell many people are Marathi people here, or maybe some different also, but I'll explain to you. In Maharashtra, there's you can call it a sect of people who walk to Pandharpur, that deity, that institute. They walk. And people walk, even every year they walk on foot. So one modern sort of a journalist, he thought all useless, why the old man is walking? So he went and asked one old man, so they were walking to Pandharpur. He said, Baba, how many years you have been? He said, I started when I was in mother's womb, and I've been doing it. He said, no, because I'm doing it every year. But he said, have you met Mitchell? He said, no. Still you're walking? Pradeep, this for you also, no?
No.
So he said, still you're walking? You must have read this. Then he said, you are from modern journalists and all, you want people. We are old people. And old means old generation people. And we are farmers. And we have to remain in the farm when the crop is there. And we have to keep it off. It's animals, always animals. And there are farms, one farm, second farm, third farm, fourth farm, like that, they're there. Nobody else is there. So whenever a thief comes to one particular farm, say 10 kilometers away, that dog starts barking because he's seen the thief. And listening to that bark, others, that dogs start barking. Because they have firm belief that when the fellow is barking, he has seen a thief. He went a wrong way. Similarly, he said, our ancestors, our people who were saints have seen the God. And they have told us to walk this path. I'm sure one day I'll also realize it.
Yeah.
That sort of a firm, because when we actually, some of us should not have this question at all when you have taken darshan of Sri. So when he has told, God himself has told this. We don't have to ask.
True.
Check our path. Like, we should have that compass. Don't be critical. Try to be casually check. Am I sort of don't accuse yourself. That will bring back you. Just try to check that you are on the right path, or you're not missing something. Just casually. Or I definitely want to use the casually, because if you're meticulous, then you fall down. Don't be critical, because you're not appointed as a judge. You're appointed as a person to act. Judge is somebody else who's sitting there. You judge you.
Yes.
Don't judge yourself. Don't take his powers with you.
हो. मी हा प्रश्न एकदा श्रीकांतजींना विचारला होता. श्रीकांतजी म्हणाले, दुसरा उपाय नाही हो म्हणाले, आपल्याला आपण खाली आलो तरी पुन्हा पुन्हा आपल्याला वर गेलंच पाहिजे. त्यामुळे जर काही कमी पडतंय तर ती तुम्ही म्हणल्याप्रमाणे मदनराव बिलीफ आपली श्रद्धा कुठंतरी डळमळीत होती असावी कदाचित प्रोसेस मध्ये, किंवा विश्वास कमी होत असावा.
You're not a judge.
Yeah.
Somebody else is judge. Why you want to take his powers into your hand?
Correct.
You have been asked to take it, वो काम करो.
So yes, thank you so much.
डॉक्टर काका, एक आम्ही आता इथे US मध्ये सगळेजण हळूहळू वी आर ट्राईंग टू स्प्रेड अग्निहोत्र, द वर्ड ऑफ अग्निहोत्र, अँड can you give us some tips, because you have done so much in spreading Agnihotra, and especially with your background and in the army days and all. Can you give us some tips?
It was like me ekach prashna vicharu, because it was connected to something.
Sure. Absolutely.
Just one question. Coming back to the science side of it, if we had a choice to have a constant place for Agnihotra or move the Kunda, the pyramid.
In the modern times, yes, we are sort of not static at one place. We keep on moving. Not only we keep on moving, we are keeping moving our houses also. If I tell you today,
Yes.
let's fix a place into Agnihotra there, and you have sold your house, you can't go to that house into Agnihotra there.
No, right.
So I'm just talking possibilities point of view.
Correct.
What has been told that Maharashi has told only 4 things. One, perform Agnihotra at sunrise sunset. That is our duty, wherever we are, doesn't matter.
Right.
Then secondly, what is you put inside that we also. So don't go into those things, fixed place and all, because that means you are expending some energies. Basically, आशा आहे मला इकडे मी माझं अग्निहोत्र चांगलं आहे. Let's not have competition in that.
Okay. Makes sense.
Agnihotra is dispassionate. This is the basic spirituality. Spirituality is the Namama.
Okay.
So basic,
That makes sense.
basic core is that. So if you stick to that core, all the questions you will get answered. All these questions. Nobody has to get it.
That makes sense. Thank you. Sorry, Chitra.
No. Absolutely fine.
Madam, all these questions we had asked. That's why we ask. We will answer. We had asked people.
Yeah, Dr. Kaka. So, like I was saying, we are trying to spread more the word of Agnihotra and in US now. So, can you give us some tips, because you have done so much prachar, and also with your background in the army days, and things like that. Some tips can you give us to help spread the word more?
I say we all should firmly believe that Maharashi has taken a vow to reach union with. So essentially, everybody is in order to do Agnihotra. That's firmly believed. When it's taken, there is a big thing I think happened for the better of humanity. For many, many years to come, that Maharashi took that vow and for the mankind, not today, but coming generations. And so, there's one thing. Secondly, we should not we should not keep on judging. So what we do, our job is, we in army, we ask the fellow order. So some troops have been, disbanded because they started asking questions. They're asked to go and fire, so they said, why should I fire? Why you are not firing? So those troops are, those people are, the troops are not. So we have been asked, we are not a gurus, the chelas.
Correct.
Status of guru may come someday, some generation or some life, we don't know. But all of us are good chelas. The job of a chela is to obey. We have been told to do this. Let's do it. And that's why what will happen, that we get results. Even if I don't get results, I would say that I have been told to do should have firm faith, firm sort of a belief system. One way of spirituality is one way, firm faith. When the Guru has told, no problem. Keep on doing it. It is up to him. Apparently, we get disturbed because we want to start judging. We are not being appointed judge of yourself. Somebody sitting there. Because we want to be on a material plane, and material plane, our intellect, what we believe is our intellect, we call it wrongly. We have to go on interpreting, where are we? Am I getting or not getting? So mixing spirituality with the science. spirituality and this sort of this thing. So this is the way you get disturbed. Even Agnihotra works at a physical plane also. It helps people. I see many people, and myself also experienced, it helps on the physical plane also. There are benefits, but we are not doing for benefit. They are ordained by that, whatever you call it. It should be done and done for others. Basically, Agnihotra, it is a one not doing for self. Self is included, of course. Basically, we are doing. So for the well-being of the earth, well-being of this after there is nowhere else it is written for me. Nowhere it is written, no, you may know. So basically, that is, and you are included in that, automatically you become anyway. So we don't have to worry about it.
So, Dr. Saab, I have a question along the same lines. Is here in the US, when we show Agnihotra to people of Indian origin, there are many things that they take at face value without questioning, like why cow dung or why copper experiment and so on. But when it comes to talking about Agnihotra to people outside of our culture, then these things become these questions are something that we have to be prepared for. So how would you do that yourself?
So we call this sort of a old Vedic science, time tested, and these ingredients cannot be exchanged for something else. Because today, cow dung, cow dung, that means a normal cow, and the rice, the pyramid, thing is a combined sort of a energy that comes out. Agnihotra there is no, and it's available throughout. There's a beautiful sort of a Vedic richa. They say Sayam Sayam Garhapatino Agni Prata Prata Somana Sasya Data. That means if you do evening Agnihotra, you have energy till morning. That is Somana Sasya. Presence of mind you have till morning. And if you do in the morning at sunrise, till evening you have presence of mind. So this circadian rhythm works on this. So this is science, someday will come and we'll be able to understand fully well. But even today, whatever science limits are there, that trying to explain it, and it's a time testing, it's coming up. The ingredients that are used are, for centuries they have done it. And people found that there has been, that cow is not considered as sacred because of anything, because of these ingredients cow gave. For the milk, tea, and cow dung. They must have known that it has antiseptic properties. They knew that, its antimicrobial properties are there in the cow dung. So Agnihotra is a combination of a formula, that is copper pot, cow dung, thyme. It's beautiful. Somebody has devised who can be nothing but you can call him God. What it is. It's ordered to the whole universe.
Okay, thank you.
So, sometimes something like there's something we can't explain, but they are beneficial. Because in front of so that's why we keep on doing it.
I think when you are cooking a dish, there is an ingredient list and a formula and a process that you need to follow. So if you're introducing a new dish to a foreigner, you tell them the ingredients and you tell them what goes and how to cook it. But we cannot tell them that, substitute like A with B, because that will change the dish completely. So I think that's like that. Start with that basic thing.
What I felt, myself, I don't mix religion with this.
Of course.
I go into the formula for well-being, and for well-being, I don't call it pseudoscience also. I say the well-being, to try it. It works. They are the common ingredients you find, and they be time tested from ancient time, and they're all no harm will found anybody. So you can do it yourself and tell me how to feel it. I tell you one experience, my person. There's a lady from Malaysia. I was in Delhi that time, and I used to go to Gita Ashram. There was Gita Ashram, hoping that people, they will start Agnihotra. Nothing happened, but that lady came from Malaysia. So that guru had a system, that evening he would ask people to talk about 2 minutes. So one day he asked me to talk, I talked about Agnihotra. He liked it. So what he called his second man in the ashram and asked me to give him the Agnihotra vessel and the ingredients and all. And I gave him thinking that, good, this ashram will have an Agnihotra daily. So that man, he is an Indian fellow. Then I went a few days, he told me something to gaya. He said, he ate that cow which I gave to him and hung the pot somewhere, he didn't do Agnihotra. Then one day I went and told him, look, this is what happened. He said, don't worry, I will tell this lady who is from Singapore, Malaysia, someplace. I forgot her nationality. So I told her, he tell her, she will do it. So I told her. Then she told me, Colonel, as Colonel that time, she said, Colonel, in my sort of upbringing and faith which I follow, this fire burning is not there at all. I said, well, you do it. I said, try. I explained, I gave him the material. And then her guru had gone for traveling somewhere. So she went into Mount. That is, she was not talking at all. So after 4 or 5 days, I went to her. I explained it now on how to do it. I explained Agnihotra. She and I said, return I asked, how are you? So she told me, I am feeling fine. I don't believe in this, but I'm feeling fine. Remember this word. I don't believe in this, but I'm feeling fine. I said, good, that's what we want. You don't believe. But belief is something different, feeling is something different. You may be staunch unbeliever, a non-believer, but you can have a very good feeling also. Then a time this acid test, something good. So then she told that when I was alone, I was damn scared of the place and the people around and all. And when I started doing Agnihotra, one thing, it gave me a sort of I won't use the word obsessive. It gave me an urge to keep on doing it again and again, daily. Secondly, she said that I felt some sort of a confidence that I'm not alone. And third thing, she said, I feel like doing it. I feel like, what do you call it? Compliance. Compliance improved. She did not belong to any faith. She did not have no any background. It was an acid test to know what is Agnihotra. A foreigner lady who is a non-believer of all the yajnas and all, Buddhist by faith, and comes and does it. And she said, I feel, doctor, she wrote me all this. She said, Colonel, I feel that somebody is protecting me. So a person like doing Agnihotra, alone that lady in that alien atmosphere, feels good, that means there must be something good. It's not psychological either. A lot of studies, it requires a lot of studies, and they will come with you. Have a lot of studies on all aspects of it. Some we have done it, some are being done, but still a lot of studies will be done. Any
I have a
question?
question. I have a question.
Yes.
Namaste, Dr. Deshpande.
Namaste.
So many times when we, prachar Agnihotra, we come across people who only talk in scientific language, right? And it becomes very difficult to, convey the message. And I kind of, get irritated when I encounter these kind of people. So how to tackle that based on your experience, like you have prachar for, many years. So how to tackle those?
We also have got that sort of people around in our place and all. One place I had gone for I was doing prachar of Agnihotra, what do you call it, and I was told that these people are all atheists and they don't want any sort of a religion to be taught, and you talk only science. That's fine. And then I started telling them, this all. I told all explain again. So it is science. Basically, pyramid energies are there. Want to harness these pyramid energies, and to harness pyramid energies, age-old science said that you have to create an energy inside the pyramid. Then that pyramid energy will go outside and give a conducive atmosphere in the atmosphere. It will also synchronize with the sunrise, sunset, the music, or sunrise, sunset sort of energy, and totally that energy will sort of remain there for till on the sunset and sunset sunrise again. This circadian rhythm. So all those, using scientific words I explained to them. Never I use any religion. And when, because what happened, that place had a quarrel, a normal religious quarrel was there, and they're all sensitive were there. They thought that, any religious people inside again the quarrel and all. So I finished my essay. I told that, you take a pyramid-shaped pot, that you take chemicals which are easily found, and ingredients which can be easily in the village now also be found, and this establishes cow dung, because you use cow dung for smearing these floor in the areas. And age-old they have been doing. Nobody has fallen sick. They felt, it makes it pure, as at least in India. So I said, then you have rice in every house and a cow ghee. And burn it, and then we will going to give you, some sort of a. So when I finished my talk, somebody got up and he said, this Agnihotra I know is a person from different faith. And I said, this is good. The only thing he said, the only question he asked me, is it necessary that we make a loud noise? I said, not necessary. You can utter it over your mind also if you want to be able to understand. The basic thing is, we should not any doubt. I found my experience of telling Agnihotra, you should never have doubt that what I am telling is not correct. I should not, we should not hesitate. Imagine that your guru is there in front of you, and you are demonstrating Agnihotra to him. That's all. Yes, she will work out. That sort of a faith you can have. And materially also, if I found that without knowing, answers will be given to you. Without knowing, answers will be given. The situation I found, talking to scientists, talking to various forums, talking to whole, heated atmosphere, answers came to us and we told. Very awkward questions. You have same, I'm sure you must have the same experience. So our job is to keep on telling. And this I'll again tell you what when I started studying Agnihotra, this mood, that time that people did not start. And some people, not even doing to the idea started, making a humor out of it. Then they used to call me, this fellow, goes on talking about Agnihotra, what is this, and all these things in the army. Then they came to me, I'm in a trouble now, tell me what is Agnihotra, I want to do it. So to understand, I told them it's a Ramban. In our mythology, because Ramban is a one arrow, which is, when released, it goes and hits at a particular place. Never misses it. So whatever you tell people, Agnihotra, it is not miss, he has to do it some other day. Have that faith in you. I had that faith, it worked. It may not be immediate, but if you go with that intensity, what I am telling this man, how to Agnihotra, he may not do today, but someday he's going to do it, 100%. Because we are not telling, it is a primordial power that has been told to us to give this message that is working. I don't know, to reveal that Maharashtra's power is working. Yeah. So far, we believe
I
that
have.
we are. Yes, please, madam.
So I have one question. Like, usually when we do Agnihotra, suppose we are outside and not carrying the kit with us, and somebody else does it at home. But at that particular time, say when we are out and we pray, we say the mantras in our mind. We usually say apana swaha manto, right? Like, but we do not have the ahuti. So, like, I have heard people saying like you shouldn't be saying the mantra if you have, because swaha means you're not putting any ahuti, right? Then is that right? Or
I'll tell you, before we go to your question, I'll just say, whenever it has been told that whatever you are doing, number one is the person of not having doubt. It's a situation that one should do Agnihotra. there's been an order. I won't say, what should not do Agnihotra, but the situation demands. The situation is such that you can Manas Puja, they call it. There's nothing like Manas Puja and Agnihotra, but you can always say mantra. What is wrong in that? Nothing wrong. Because it will give that satisfaction to you. Secondly, the process will remain. Otherwise, what happens, many of us in office, where we may not be allowed to even burn fire. And then we might hang up in the doing Agnihotra. So it's not nothing.
I think she wants to know whether we should say the word Swaha or not say the word Swaha. But I think
Manas Puja, na? Manas Puja.
Yeah, it is okay to say. Correct.
Okay to say, when you cannot do, you can say Manas Puja, but there is no other option available to you. Secondly, you want to have continuity also. Because if you stop doing it, you continue to lose. One day you stop doing Agnihotra. You have to have continuity.
And here, and Dr. Saab, here you are saying Swaha, you can always Swaha something like negative emotions are there in your mind, and mentally you offer them Swaha, isn't it? What is wrong? I mean, there is nothing wrong in saying Swaha.
You should always say that I have been doing it, madam. Nothing went wrong with me.
Okay. And don't think that you don't have anything to offer. You have negative emotions to offer. Your anger, you offer them in the fire mentally.
We should not try to avoid. That's wrong. There's nothing like Pap Punya Bhavanam. There's nothing to sin and there's nothing like that. Remove that from your mind. Agnihotra is a gainful thing. You keep on doing it, good. You miss it. You can't recoup it by any method. No problem. But next opportunity you should do it. There's one way of thinking. Second, because we want to have continuity. Like you rightly said, I said the mantra. If you don't say, you can say in the mind. Swaha, if you don't want to say, 100 times, we keep on reciting in the mind. We're not utter, but God also knows what is going on in your mind also. No? You can't hide that. So you can say no problem.
Can I add something?
Yes.
Yeah, we were raised in such a way that we were told that if you have a fear of God, then He is not your God. So whatever you do, that's the best. So we were raised in such a way that God is your friend. Whatever you do is right for Him because He is there to protect you. So that whatever you do is always right regarding God. That's how me and Abhijit were raised. So I think that's the notion we should have with us, that we cannot go wrong with the God. Literally, there is nothing called wrong.
Right.
Sorry, I will say this because I've been meaning to say it, and Abhijit, and I know we have, but Chitratai and Abhijit particularly, thank for having this call because it, to me personally, it took us back to all those days and those moments with Maharaj Shri. And of course, the faith to see Dr. Deshpande, I think we've all grown in that world, right? But to bring it back,
Yep.
it's a beautiful thing.
We are blessed, actually. We all are blessed that we got a chance to see him, meet him, and grow up with him. I think we're all blessed with it. So.
And the beauty of grace, right? Like we feel each one of us is so unique, right? Because we each have our experiences. So to relive those was a very great opportunity. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better Dasera celebration. Like it's after.
It's beautiful. No, it's everybody. It's not that we're lucky, some of us, that we saw him. But he came for generations to come.
Yes.
We cannot say that he should have been physically there. That power came, we are lucky, if you could call us, you can say it was not lucky, or again I am giving a wrong word. It was, he blessed us and made sure that we saw him physically. But now,
once I was sitting and I had a question in my mind. If she is saying it should be spread everywhere, and so many years have gone and it's not spread. What is happening? And I didn't ask. Obviously, there are a lot of people or something. And I had a conversation with he said, um, Vinay, those years in God's years are not our years, right? Like the 1 year. So when we say it is coming, or you say the kingdom of heaven is near at hand, it could be generations together, but we are so impatient that we think it should happen now, it should happen now. So,
Yeah, every day we're feeling that heavenly feeling because we are near to him. And the Surah said, you have, there's a, you need not get disturbed because lucky that we have known the truth, lucky that we are following in this path, lucky that we are chosen few, we've been asked to do it. And secondly, we've been asked for help. It's our job to go on telling, keep telling, if you see the history of theology or spreading of the other religions for the people to study, people have been troubled, people have been beaten, people have been killed. Here, only thing people don't do it. So why we don't have the patience to wait? Then believe that you are not telling this, through you, she is telling this.
Right.
If you are at that feeling in your mind that I am not telling, I am just a medium, and through me, that she is telling people to perform Agnihotra, I'm sure they'll do it.
Yes.
Let's have patience.
Yes.
So don't take ownership. Some people don't do it. They may be tomorrow. They do it tomorrow. Doesn't matter.
फारच छान.
There's so much information in what you shared with us. We are taping this, so we'll send it out, and we're going to listen many times.
I'm also very good to talk to people. And thank you for the great
No.
नहीं,
Mas.
नहीं.
There's so much
Thank you so
information.
much, बाप रे.
Yeah, Master Purushottam is also Purushottamji and others are there, Pradeep and all. But yeah, it's a basic कसं आहे की निशंक मनानं काम करायचं.
Correct.
काम करायचं तुला there's a story in Maharashtra about Ram Shastri before he became a judge. There's a poor family and he was asked to wash feet of the people. So one day he looked at somebody's golden ring in the ear. So that fellow is normal to wash. Don't look at others' ring. So when you have been told to do Agnihotra, keep on telling people, don't judge whether he is doing or not doing. You should know that he is doing all right. But that is not get demotivated. It's a golden opportunity that we have been chosen to perform Agnihotra. We have been chosen to tell Agnihotra to others. I think we are luckiest people in the world.
Yes.
True. Right.
Feel special. I think there's nothing special than that. And you have been chosen to perform Agnihotra. You also been chosen to tell it to others by God Himself.
Correct. Yes. So, Dr. Saab, we are looking forward to meeting you shortly in December.
डिसेंबर मध्ये.
Oh, yes, definitely welcome.
Yes, yes.
Our trip to your hospital was very memorable the last time, 2-3 वर्षापूर्वी. And thank you for everything that you've done.
आणि एकदम बाबांना भेटल्यासारखंच वाटलं.
Baba was a great man, no? Baba had done a lot of service to Sri. I'm thankful to all and for giving this opportunity to me to talk to you people. And I thank all of you and I will for arranging this. Thank you. Sorry, yesterday last time my technical ignorance, I could not connect with you. I apologize for that.
No, this was worth waiting. Worth waiting. No problem.
Thank you, Dr. Sir.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I think it was meant to be post Dasara celebration.
Yes.
Yeah, it is good.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Good occasion to
Good occasion to have. Thank you, Abhijit, so much.
Yes, Abhijit, thank you so much.
I see your son. What a handsome guy. You're very handsome.
Oh, thank you. Usually I'm listening. I'm never on the camera, so nice to see everyone.
Oh, okay,
Good,
okay. I
good
see.
to see you.
Yeah, you look like your dad. There's a definite resemblance there. Yes.
Oh, good. Yeah.
There are people in this gathering who have got much better knowledge than me. Arab is there, Purushottam is there, They can contribute quite a lot.
Yes.
No.
It
Doctor,
was a great sort of energizing for the faith also, right?
Yes.
So not
Yes.
only like it was a beautiful.
I tell you, we are all soldiers of Sri. And a soldier, a doubtful soldier is not a good soldier.
Yes.
You should not have.
Right.
Secondly, you have no other option.
and this is coming from the mouth of a. This is coming from the mouth of a real soldier.
Yeah.
You're being accepted as a soldier by Sri. So there's nothing going back. Like, I was a private trooper in army, and Agnihotra also there are only 2 grades. There's only 1 grade also. There's no 2 grades. One is a superior only. There's nothing like this.
Yeah. But it's actually interesting that you can talk about that. So the paratrooper process is very difficult. Like 70% people fail,
Acha.
and there are only 2 grades there. It is failure or superior. There is no other grade. So that is what he's saying. So
Yeah, that's spirit.
so you're yeah.
काम सांगितलं की काम करायचं. Let's not judge. Somebody else is judging us.
Correct.
Don't believe that somebody is judging. You are doing the job. Be happy. Each job you do, you are getting promotions.
Dilip sir.
That's the only thing.
Dilip sir.
हाँ बोलिए.
Dilip sir.
Yeah, बोलिए.
If you give me 1 minute, I would like to share one experience of Dr. Deshpande.
Oh, please go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah. So last time I told you what Srikanji Maharaj told about him, that he has been instrumental in lifting many people, helping many people, medically as well as spiritually. So I'm one among them, and I'll just narrate you whatever way I can. Okay. And there used to be mass, like now these days, mass Agnihotra movement is going on everywhere.
Yeah.
So there was time during Srikanji Maharaj's time, there was mass Upanayanam. Okay. During 25th December or 17th May, huge gathering used to be there at Shivapuri. And during those camps, one such occasion was there where mass Upanayanam was going on. And then there, for Viharti Homa, for participants who were candidates for Upanayanam, there were pots kept, and those with their, Uparna and all that garb, they were all sitting there. And one pot was just, empty there. There was nobody sitting there, vacant there. So we were standing, and Srikanji Maharaj was sitting in front of them to initiate all of them together. Okay, about 30-40 candidates were there. I was standing behind, among other people, and Dr. Saab was also behind me. And then that one pot was just in the front row, vacant. And then Dr. Saab just suddenly asked me, "Aapka hua kya Upanayanam?" नहीं हुआ. So why don't you go then sit in front of that pot? मैं लुंगी नहीं पहना हूँ. I am not. I don't have lungi. I don't have uparnam. And how can I go there? No. What happens? You just remove the shirt, give it to me. You go. And he just pushed me with my shirt off and asked me to sit there with pant. Okay. For uparnam, Viharti Homa, and I participated. Srikanji Maharaj just smiled at me, and then when they hold the Janu like this, and then how to hold that, it's a bit confusing. So I was just confused. So Srikanji Maharaj just, she showed me, he took the Janu and put it in my around my neck. No. So I'll never forget this,
Good, great,
Dr. Saab, had he not pushed me, I wouldn't have gone there.
Yes.
I was just instrumental. I'll tell you one thing, before, I think we were gone towards Ichal currently for doing Agnihotra, and I was told to go to home. Normally, I used to go give lectures and all. I felt bad. I said, why they are giving me this job? Going house to house, enjoy it. When we, in between a shop of a other religion came, I told them about Islam, how about the 5 principles.